Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of the resellermindset.com. And for this Reseller Friday, I want to talk to you about negotiating the best deals as a reseller. Resellers often are people who maybe haven't ran a business. They were in the regular workforce for most of their lives, and they get into reselling. And so they may not have some of these basic principles under their belt because the vast majority don't. And I have dealt with over the years thousands of people in different deals, anywhere from a deal for 10 items from somebody locally to an entire store in an 18-wheeler full of items. But one of the things I've noticed is the negotiating is pretty much the same. Obviously, when you're dealing with a business, there's more people that have to answer to somebody else. And when you're dealing with an individual negotiating to buy some of their stuff for inventory, they may not have anyone else that they have to answer to. Maybe they got to answer to a spouse or something, but generally the individual can make the deal. You don't have to get somebody else's approval. And so that'd be the first tip, is to make sure you're dealing with the person who can actually make the deal. If you're talking to some middleman, or worse yet, somebody who's trying to make profit off of being the middleman, you may not be able to make the best deal because that person may, if they're a middleman, they may not even have the inventory or be able to negotiate at all. Or if they do negotiate, any amount that they may take off of the price may be coming out of their profit, so they might be less likely to negotiate. If you're dealing with an individual and it's a husband selling something, but he has to consult with his wife, she needs to be there so you're not wasting your time trying to make a deal with him and then he's got to go to somebody else. But that should be obvious stuff. Something that's not so obvious, although it is a basic thing, but people don't practice it, because I know from dealing with thousands of people, they absolutely do not practice this. Most people, they get set on something, set on getting this product or whatever, and they just make a deal regardless of if the deal is not what they want to be invested in. And the principle is very simple. You have to be willing to walk away. Now, if you're new or maybe you're a little nervous or whatever, you may not understand this because you haven't been doing it long enough, or maybe you haven't been successful at doing it long enough. There are so many deals for items out there, whether you're looking on local online classified type things or social media sites with marketplaces you can buy from people in your local area. There are an infinite amount of opportunities for you to get inventory. You do not have to make the deal that's right in front of you. So you have to be willing to walk away from it. Ideally, especially when you're dealing with an individual, and it'd always be this way when you're dealing with a business generally, you get the basic parameters of the deal set before you even go to make the deal. Now, if you're going to, well, I got to look at the inventory first and make sure, you still need to hammer out a basic idea of what the price is. I get people who will contact me, want to sell me large amounts of inventory, and they don't have any prices. And I tell them, I can't make a deal if you don't have a price. Well, just make an offer. I won't do that. I refuse to make an offer, because what I found so often is my offer be more than they would have started their offer with. And many people are starting their offer with a little bit of padding, meaning, okay, you're buying some items and they want $200 for it, but they might really be willing to go to $150. But they start at $200 because they want to have some room to negotiate. What if you come in and say, well, $250? You've given them $50 more than they were willing to start at. So it is a fool's errand to be making the first offer. Now, in some cases, you might have to. Obviously, all this stuff is subjective. In some cases, people just don't know what they want for it. They're very indecisive. So you might have to make an offer. That's all right, but you need to make an offer that is fair for them, because you're not trying to cheat people. You're not trying to get the cheapest price and just, be abusive. I've seen resellers try to do that. Somebody has something that they have it priced for $50. It can easily sell for $200, and they're trying to negotiate another $5 or $10 off. Why? Pay the people what they're asking. It's a fair price because they set the price. And move on. Get it listed and get it sold. Make your profit. There's no reason to be greedy. There's no reason to try to just get another few dollars off. Obviously, we all want to pay the least amount for our inventory, but you don't have to take advantage of anybody. You don't have to try to manipulate them or do anything like that. Everybody can win. They can get the price they're asking in some cases, and you get a good deal. Everybody wins. In negotiating with businesses, obviously, whether they're resellers themselves, maybe they get a truckload of returns from some store and then they resell pallets of that to you or whatever it may be. Those are pretty much set in stone. You have a contract, you have some sort of agreement. There's not really a whole lot of room for negotiation there, but there can be. And in most cases, in those kind of deals where you're dealing with maybe a wholesaler or something, the deal can be made in the quantity, meaning when you buy more. So if they're selling a pallet at a time and you're willing to buy 10 pallets, I guarantee you can get a lower price per pallet. But if you're just buying one, you don't have a lot of room for negotiation. You have to understand they don't have a lot of profit many times on those items, so they can't make you the best deal when you're buying just one pallet. But when you buy 10, there might be a lot more room to negotiate there. One of the key principles that's before negotiating in the first place is to be looking for opportunities. There are opportunities everywhere. And this is an important thing that many resellers do not do for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think some people are ashamed of being resellers, but they don't tell people they're resellers. I literally, for the past 3 days in a row, have went into a thrift store. It's a chain of thrift stores, and had the cashier at the front desk when I'm walking in, "Hey Ryan, look at this over here." They're looking out for me. Why? Because they know I'm a reseller, and they look up items and tell me, "Hey, this is selling for this much." You don't get that kind of blessing when you're sneaking around and afraid to tell anybody you're a reseller, like you're doing something wrong. If you feel that you're doing something wrong being a reseller, you shouldn't be a reseller. You're going against your own conscience. But you shouldn't be doing anything wrong as a reseller. You're doing what all the stores, nobody goes and whines. They might whine about the prices, but you go to a big box store, you pay something, those people are reselling. They're not generally making the product that you're buying from them. They are reselling somebody else's product. Everybody understands you got to make profit. Most people are reasonable. And if you're a good reseller, now if you're taking advantage of people, if you're trying to gouge prices and somebody's in need, like food and stuff, that's a completely different issue. But we're not talking about that. Most resellers are not selling food. They might sell a couple of little food products here and there, but they're not selling food when there's some starvation going on and they're trying to gouge people on the prices. That's obviously a very different scenario. Go in confident into your reselling endeavors. Go into a deal confident. You're not doing anything wrong. Be honest with people. Don't tell them you're buying this for some party or you're going to give it away or whatever. If you can't be honest in a little thing, you can't be faithful in something little and just tell somebody something as simple as that you're a reseller because you're afraid of what? They're going to judge you or they're going to say no. I've never had anyone tell me they wouldn't sell to me because I was a reseller. What I have had happen is people tell me they have more stuff to sell me because I'm a reseller. I've had it happen over and over again that people open their houses to me. I'll be driving through town. I'll see a garage sale. I'll stop there just to look. And I'm looking at some stuff and I ask a price or two. And then they ask me what I do. And oh, I'm a reseller. And I've had time and time again where people open their house to me. Well, we have this stuff in the back. We weren't sure if we're going to bring it out for the garage sale. And I've gotten so many great deals because I told people I was a reseller. You could be in an area where maybe people don't like resellers. I don't know. But who even cares? People respect honesty. Listen, they know if you're on your phone looking up stuff that you're probably a reseller. You're not tricking anybody by telling them not. So why not just be honest? Tell them the truth. It will probably open doors for you. And if it doesn't matter because there's so many deals available. There's so many opportunities for you to get more inventory. You don't have to worry. You can walk away from the one deal that didn't want to do a deal with you because you're a reseller, which doesn't happen in most cases. Just go out there, keep your eyes open for opportunities, ask around, tell people you're a reseller. If you're looking to buy this type of product, maybe you sell board games, tell people you buy board games. Everyone you know, tell them, let them know, hey, if you see board games at a garage sale, I'm looking for this, this, and this. whatever. You can make a list. You can tell people on social media. There's so many things you can do that can get you more deals, and they'll just start coming to you. I ran ads for people to source for me and got deals that way, where they would just bring me stuff. I didn't even have to go out and source. People just bring me stuff. There are so many opportunities for you to get good quality inventory, negotiate the best price for both of you. You're not trying to take advantage of anybody, and make a good profit and build a great business. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.